¿Qué se te... ¿Estás bien ahí? Te vas a caer, ¿por qué? Ahí.
I sit on the side.
If you have any questions, feel free to ask at any time, because if I don't know the answer, I have my phone right here and I'll Google it for you. Like, how about that? Now, I do have to present one safety issue, and that is, if you do accidentally fall into my water right here, please, just stand up and walk across. It's only 3 feet. Don't do the dying cockroach on me out there and start fighting up on this water, and I have to go here and get life vest to rescue you. It's only 3 feet. Just get out of the water and walk in. We're in the first event right here. This is the Vita. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. This is Avita in 1722. This is where we had 3,000 soldiers show up from Spain to establish the 5 missions that we have.
Allá arriba, donde la tienda, la tienda yo.
The Alamo. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Allá arriba, sí. Está la
Happy New
tienda.
Year. Happy birthday. Hey, thank you. Happy Easter. Happy Thanksgiving. On your left is the Arneson Theater. This came to us in 1931. On your right, Sandy Bullock made the stage famous for us in the movie Miss Congeniality, right here to my right. Yeah, the year 2000 right here.
Estaba yo y mi amigo René ahí, baile aquel.
The bridge we're coming under is called Rosita's Bridge. Rosita Fernandez was a pioneer in Tejano music back in the day. In 1968, Lady Bird Johnson gave her the title of San Antonio First Lady of the Song.
Like it?
Right in front of you to your right is the Fiscal Restaurant Museum. Yesterday I was kind of hungry and I was rushing through here and I accidentally called it the brisket. Nobody said nothing, I just kept on going, but this is the Fiscal Restaurant Museum. Inside there today is known to have Pancho Villa's last known saddle, General Santa Anna's ceremonial sword, and look at her to my right through these windows. There's a stagecoach back there, a red one, right through the first 4 windows. And that stagecoach was attacked by Comanche Indians in 1812.
You're not gonna watch? You're not gonna watch the view?
The bridges we're coming under it. This is one of 5 cast iron bridges that we have on this river. How about that? Now this little island on your front right that we're coming up to, this is called Marriage Island. We have over 500 ceremonies on this little island right here in front of you, right?
Including you?
No, I wish. Because if you get married on this island, it's supposed to bring you good fortunes, and I haven't had good fortunes in my marriage. I should have married on that island. You're right, sir. Yes, yeah, high maintenance. Now, when we pass this bridge, where that barge, that boat in front of me is going right by it right now. That narrow crossing, this is called Old Mills Crossing. Very popular in the early 1800s, so the cowboys and Indians that play hide and seek around here and shoot arrows at each other. Even more common in the 1890s. So Teddy Roosevelt, Ron Riders, Pancho Villa, they like this crossing. They use it daily at times, and they love it because it's shallow, narrow, and very hard path. So it's easy for them to water their horses and wash their clothes. On your right is the Western Hotel. Inside there is known to have 17th century European castle furnishings in there. And if you look on your left, look at this flag on this building, way up there. On your left, this is the Tower Life building. But look at the gargoyles up there. Those gargoyles were featured in the first Ghostbuster movie back in 1984. We had a new Ghostbuster movie that came out Monday. It's called Afterlife. I went to see it with my grandkids, and I was kind of sad because they didn't show these gargoyles in that movie. These are the holiday gifts on your right. I don't know how they get on those. Now right in front of you, past that bridge, that's the oldest courthouse in Texas. It's called the Bill County Courthouse. 1852 and completed in 1856. We're going to make a right under this bridge, and as we make this right, we're entering now what's called the flood control area. This is the only part of the river that I highly recommend not to fall in, because this is more than 15 feet deep. So in 1921, we had a cloud that burst over the Meissen that flooded this area from Della Rosa Street right here in front of you, 10 feet up. All of this was underwater. 51 people died and millions of dollars of damage. They just celebrated the 100-year anniversary event last week of that, 1921. Yeah, yeah. But I was thinking most of these buildings weren't here either. Nothing but a lot of dirt and water. On the right is the Alamo Bank building. This came to us in 1927. And then in 1998, the Quarry Plaza Hotel made a hotel out of it. They built this bridge to make it easy for us to get to the main plaza that's on my left. And inside that main plaza was a cathedral right back there, and it's called the St. Fernando Cathedral. Now, right in front of you, as soon as we pass this bridge, look, that is the oldest cypress tree on this river. Over 350 years old, 90 feet tall, and 30 feet wide. Most of the cypress trees around here are around 150 to 200 years. This one is 350 feet. Now this is one of the locks that controls the water on our river that we're getting ready to go under. And we call this one the guillotine because it comes straight down. On your right is the Canopy Hotel built by Hilton. They just opened up about 8 months ago. But the story with these guys is 5 years ago when the Hilton wanted to build this hotel, they wanted to build it from the very bottom up. They didn't expect nothing in their way, but oops. Look what was in their way right here, the Esquire Tavern. The Esquire Tavern is the oldest tavern. It's been here since 1933, so it's a historical building. And the Port Hilton had to build completely around it. They could not touch no stones on this building because it's a historical building. And inside the Esquire is known to have the longest wooden pier so far, over 110 feet long in there. On your right, past this bridge is the Aztec Theater. This came to us in 1926. That back then we had silent movies. So we had performers like Valentino show up here. But look at the third level on your right, on my right. There's a stone sculpture up in Aztec up there. That's kind of cool. Now check out the bridge in front of you. This bridge is to honor Robert Hugman. He's the architect and the father of the river. But in 1997, Jennifer Lopez changed things on this bridge in the movie Selena. Jennifer Lopez shot some scenes on this bridge during the movie Selena, so from there on after we call this Selena's Bridge. On your left is La Mansion Hotel. This is the hotel that Jennifer Lopez stayed in during the shooting of the movie Selena. So she was known to be up and down these parts of the river with 5 big bodyguards. Looked like they ate raw meat. They looked so big. You couldn't get nowhere near her. Now we're going to have optical illusion come at you. If you want to get your cameras ready, your phones ready, I just want to look at this. But this building is a one-sided building. It looks like nothing's holding it up, and it may even look like it's going to fall on you. Look to the left and straight up. Look to the left and straight up, and the higher up, the better effects you're going to get. Right there. And this is the next building, built in 1930. The first medical center, the first air conditioning, and the first indoor garage. It's been vacant for us, and it's going to be a hotel real soon. The famous people born here, if you guys remember Claire Burnett, Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North, and Homeless Personnel. Right at the Casino Club building. This was built in 1927. Now the Germans and the French, they wanted a place to centralize, so they built this building. The other thing about this building, if you guys remember the author of Roots, Alex Hanley, he resided here for a short period of time and is known to do a couple of chapters of the book Roots here before he published it. So now we're entering what we call Restaurant Square, because if you look around, Jesus Lord, these restaurants are right on top of each other. On a real busy day, you can't even walk on these sidewalks. There's so many people walking up and down these sidewalks. I've seen it many times. Well, there's so many people, they just don't have no room to move. But these are some of the best restaurants, not just on the river, but in San Antonio, period, right here.
That's what we ate.
They've been around a long time, and you cannot go wrong. They know what they're doing. On your right is the Christie Building, 1891.
Marachi guy.
Right in front of you to the right, this is the oldest restaurant on this river, right here. That's our road. They've been around over 80 years, and it is still run by the same family. They have the privilege to have the title to be called the first restaurant to open up on the river, and they are very, very proud of that. You can't go wrong with this one either. Now we're going to make a left under this bridge. As we make this left, we're leaving now the natural part of the river. All this behind me is all natural. We're now entering what's called the man-made extension. From here on out, this is all concrete. And this was built in 1968 for the World Fair to give us an easy way to get to the shops at the River Center and to the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention that's through the front right. Now, as soon as we pass the bridge, take a look behind me and above the bridge. That monument to my left, that's called the Torch of Friendship. This was presented to us in the year 2002 by the Mexican government. If you look the way it intertwines a little bit, it talks about our relationship with Mexico, that at times we do have our differences, but at the top, we always find a happy medium to continue that old relationship. On your left, if you look straight up in front of you, the Marriott Hotel. The Marriott came to us in 1985. They started construction there, and they completed it in 1988. It was part of the project from the River Center area that we'll be going to tonight. On your right, 750 feet up in the air, is the Tower of Americas. This came to us in 1968 during the World Fair. Up there at the very, very top, there's a restaurant that turns. Now check out the bridge in front of you. As soon as we pass the bridge, take the men boat in 5 minutes and 18 seconds. It's kind of cool up there. Now I'd like to talk about our boats. We have 42 of these battery-operated boats in our fleet. It's part of an eco-plan that the city of San Antonio and Go Wheels came up with early this year in January. And we have 5 beautiful designs. This one that you're on has little birds on it for peace and tranquility. The second boat on your right is the sun, because on the average year we get over 200 days of sun. And the next boat is to honor the military. Any military person out here besides myself? Oh, there we go. Can we give them a shout out for protecting and doing that? Thank you, sir. But sir, right there to your right, that boat is to honor the military. And it has eagles and stars and stripes on it. I get it once in a while, and I feel very proud when I'm on it, because I was a drill sergeant back in 1982 to 85. And I feel like I'm back on my podium in charge of everybody. But the other design is a number 300 that's all around the boat, because San Antonio's been around for 300 years, and we just celebrated our Transcentennial in 2018, a few years ago. And the last boat is the sun, because on the average year, San Antonio gets over 300 days of sun. We're now entering what we call the River Center, or the shops at the River Center, or the River Center Mall. This is the second biggest mall in San Antonio, right here. There's over 1 million square feet of business space right here. It was built in 1988 for over $250 million of somebody's tax money. I was playing G.I. Joe in the jungles of Panama around that time. But the tourists love it, the San Antonians love it, everybody loves these, because these boats are the second major attraction in San Antonio, believe it or not. Our first major attraction is the alligator. Now right in front of you, straight up ahead, the Hilton at Palacio del Rio, the palace on the river. Yeah, 255 days left before the Royal Fair started. This hotel was built in 202 days. Now the way they built this hotel that fast, look at the square modular rooms up there, and they look like boxes. Each one of those was built 6 miles south of here, completely furnished. The beds were made, the rugs thrown in there, towels hanging in the bathroom, a little Bible on the table. They transported them over here, 10 a day on a flatbed truck. And when they arrived over here, they raised them up with a crane and just threw them on top of each other, just like Legos. One in, one out, lifted it down, one in, one out, lifted it down. At the end of the day, they finished with 500 rooms ready for the World's Fair, and did it in a record time of just over 7 months. Yes. This technology left here and it went to the country of Egypt. And in Egypt, they built a couple of hotels very similar to that. Everyone? Oh. Yeah. Back in the 60s, 69, I think they did this in Egypt. Yes. That's the one. Yes, sir.
I know, I've been there.
Yeah. We're going to start docking because this is it for us. I do ask a couple of things. One, please stay seated to a complete stop because